Yes. Yes. Yes.
I was just trying to get the plaque.
Yes, at least the words on the church. 2 weeks ago, the Jewish Chronicle had a very so great. Don't mind. So I've just expressed it.
It's lovely when we're all sat down and chatting, and then some fool stands up the front. But it's all right. It's all right. It's terrible. Welcome to Mousehole Chapel, and lovely to have this assembly. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to be with you yesterday. I was elsewhere, but I'm sorry I wasn't able to be a part of yesterday's event, which I understand went very well. So just a little blessing now for the menorah. Harvey's going to read the Hebrew there. I'm hard enough job to read in English, so Hebrew is quite beyond me. Harvey's going to read the Hebrew. Susan's going to explain a little bit about the significance of the words as they are translated, and then Harvey's going to do some a blessing or two in Hebrew, and then I shall do a blessing in English and then in Cornish.
To the best of my ability, because the vowels aren't written on, but I think it's Potach Lanu Seir Rachamam, open to us the gates of mercy.
That's right. Yes, now the reason that this was put on, and I chose these words to put on, I don't speak Hebrew, I have to say, was because when I came down last year with the group of evacuees, Penley House had mounted a little exhibition at Penley Museum, and one of the items that they got hold of was a plaque which had that very inscription on, and that plaque came from Penzance Synagogue. So it's very, very appropriate, both in terms of where I had seen the words, that they were originally on Penzance Synagogue, which closed 100 years ago this year actually, in 1911 it closed. And just the words themselves, the meaning, open to us the gates of mercy, which is in effect what happened to the Jewish evacuees who came here. So I thought that was particularly significant. Would we read out the rest of the inscription there?
Do that. With thanks to the people of Mousehole for the love and generosity shown to the children and teachers of Jews preschool evacuated here from London in June 1940, presented by former evacuees in June 2010, following the 70th anniversary reunion when they were once again warmly received in Mousehole. Thank you, Susan.
Okay, so I haven't actually found a specific prayer for a menorah, but I can make it a specific prayer. So in Hebrew it's Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likba'am zuz menorah, which means, blessed are you, our living God, sovereign of the universe, whose commands make us holy and commands us to fix the menorah. Another appropriate prayer for this place here, it's a prayer for seeing a place where a wonderful thing happened. So I think it's very appropriate. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa linnes b'makom hazeh. Blessed are you, our living God, sovereign of the universe, who performed a wonderful thing for us at this place. I think that's a very appropriate prayer for all those refugees, evacuees who came here and were so warmly received. I think the Jewish community here in Cornwall are very proud to know that they were so well looked after.
That's magic. Thank you. Stay there.
Thank you.
I don't often sing my prayers. It's beautifully as well. And a blessing for the menorah. And then a little circle blessing. I'm a great fan of circle blessings. It's something we can all understand the circle, can't we? In that idea of being surrounded by love. So a little circle blessing, and then a blessing in Cornish, which asks that peace and love be around us, grace and joy before us and behind us, and the kindness of the Holy One with us all, today and tomorrow. The first two prayers in English. The blessing of the Holy One be upon this menorah. May it serve ever as it rests in this place of prayer, as a reminder of our common humanity, the call of faith to service of others, and the blending of the seen and the unseen in the being of the divine. Amen. Amen. And the circle prayer. The circle of the sacred around and about us, the heart of the holy above and below us, the blessing of the divine within and between us, each day and night, each dark and light, today and every day. Amen.
Amen.
And then finally, in the old tongue. Rebo cres a carenza in ros agadro, grace alowena, arak hagadrith, hakifter diw genhui, heddiw hagavoro, haput jethol.
Sorry, I meant to mention this to you earlier. There's just a little something. I'm not sure if this is appropriate in a chapel, but it's because we're all gathered here. There's a little gift I want to give. I think the best place for it is the chapel, but it's really for the villagers. Last year, when the evacuees came down, it really was the most wonderful occasion. They felt wonderfully, wonderfully welcomed. Now, some of you will remember Mildred Fromovich. She's Mildred Moore now, but we all remember her as Mildred Fromovich. Her daughter was here with her, Naomi, and she took lots of lovely, lovely photographs. And she's made this incredible book, which is like a professional book. It's not like an album at all, but it captures the whole atmosphere and spirit of the thing. That I know you'll want you to pass it around all amongst you. Honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. But I've inscribed it in the front to say, presented to St Clement's Chapel, because I thought this is the appropriate place to keep it. Lots of the villagers who are involved come here. Then it needs to be in one place for people to see. But presented to St Clement's Chapel, Mousehole, by former pupils of Jews Free School, evacuated here in June 1940, 12th of May 2011. So I hope that's a lovely record for all of you.
Thank you.
All of you who were here last year will be somewhere in this book. There's lots and lots of really lovely photographs. It captures the whole event, and I just would like to say, to all of you, thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
I don't know who to give it. I think Jean would.
Jean, I
probably
just think
most.
give it to me, it'll be lost.
I think it would be copies made over in that corner.
I think it would, yes.
If you would like to look at it now before you go, can you make sure you don't put sticky fingers on it? Clean your fingers before you put it on. But it is really a lovely, lovely record.
That's truly Jewish.
What is for me to say that? I told you, David, that I knew I was Jewish all along. Did she have maybe different?
To buy one?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.